What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a while since I made my last video. Actually, my last video was when I lived out in Washington. I was still in the military, and that's when I still had that truck. That truck is currently my father's. We're four-linking it and doing a fuel cell and all that kind of stuff. It's turning out pretty nice. I haven't worked on it for a little while. But that's where that truck's at. Hasn't gone anywhere. Still in the family. It's just not mine anymore. It might be mine again someday, but we'll see. And then behind that, that's the Dakota I was talking about in my last video, which was 10 years ago, I think. Something like that. But yeah, that's that truck. We can talk about that truck later. This is my current truck. A lot like that one. But this one's just four-wheel drive. Because, you know, I'm a family man. Got to have four doors. And I have a thing for third-gen Rams, apparently. This one is an '05 two-wheel drive Hemi. You'll notice the wheels. Those are the same wheels that used to be on this truck. I'm borrowing them from my dad, just for now. I actually have the Hellcat replicas to go on this one in bronze. So those will go on there. I bought this truck last April, I think. Has 159,000 miles on it. It says it came from California, but I kind of believe it, but kind of don't. I mean, it's super clean underneath, but it's still got some rust in some areas. When I did buy it, it was bone stock. There wasn't a damn thing done to it. When I first got it, the bumper was just terribly rusty, so I roll panned it. I'm not done with the roll pan yet. I did weld it in there, but I mean, it's just temporary welded in there. I haven't finished welded it or done filler or anything like that. And then I also did, I'm waiting to do, but I did the hide hitch thing. Yeah, so the hide hitch will go under there when I get to that. I also, pardon the leaves, this truck sits around a lot because I don't really drive it. Might not be able to see it, but I also welded it down in there to the actual bed. Maybe I'll insert some pictures of that from my Instagram. I did that. I lowered the rear end because it sat like a monster truck. I didn't do anything with the front end yet. I do have spindles for the front. I just haven't installed them yet. You can see humongous wheel gap, but it definitely looks better with at least lowered in the back. Interior wise, I gutted and cleaned the interior, and I installed a fat mat behind all the door panels and under the floors. Can insert some pictures of the fat mat in there too. And yeah, waiting on SRT10 stuff. That's what I'm going to be doing this spring. All four door panels are going to be SRT10 door panels. Seats are SRT10. Now I'll get that little trim piece that goes right there. And then I'm going to cut my little B into that trim piece. And that'll be it for the interior. Oh, it does have a sunroof, which I didn't have on any of my old third gens. This is actually my third gen. I had one, my first third gen was just like this, but it was a four-wheel drive. Pretty much identical. And I should have never got rid of that truck. And that's pretty much it for mods. Man, I didn't do anything crazy. I put the honeycomb grill on there. I can insert some better pictures of that, but yeah, I put that grill in there. And then the bumpers beat to hell. It's actually ripped down there from here down. So I painted this black because it was all white before, and the black hides a lot of that damage. But the winter plans for this thing were to pop the bed off and go through the whole suspension, as well as finish lowering it and all that jazz. But it's been a pretty long winter. I work overtime all the time, so I haven't had time to get to it. That's where I bought this complete energy suspension kit for it. Just haven't gotten to put that in. It's actually a really neat kit. I'd say I sold these for all vehicles, but yeah, got every single bushing you'd ever need. Only 250 bucks. Can't go wrong with that. All poly stuff. Oh, so my overall plan for this truck is to make it kind of like more of like a cross between all the third gens that I like. I was gonna get an SRT10, but I figured that was impractical because I plan on, you know, towing with this thing, picking stuff up across the country with it, you know, towing with it. And if I were to break down, blow the motor or whatnot while I'm towing it, you know, it's going to be really pricey to fix while I'm on the road. Whereas if this is a Hemi, you know, just stop at Boneyard and throw another Hemi in it. Oh, and the whole reasoning behind that too is I want to throw a turbo in this thing and get a little bit more power out of it. Nothing crazy. But I do need to buy a TIG welder to be able to make that happen because I don't pay people to do my work for me. I can do that kind of stuff. And I've already got kind of an idea how I'm going to do the turbo kit. It seems really straightforward. But the big thing is going to be finding the time to do it. But we'll see. And like I said, this is a pretty darn clean truck for, you know, I should get a light. But I can show you guys that later. It's a pretty clean truck, besides like the typical spots. I'd say the worst spot is right over here, but I have the sheet metal to fix these. This actually happened from it just sitting in here. I find that really irritating. But yeah, not really much has been done to it. Just really kind of been driving it and doing a little bit of things here and there. Can throw some more pictures of it, what I've done to it. I mean, not much is done to it, just mainly cleaning it up and doing fluid changes and that kind of jazz. So I can post more videos when I do more stuff to this thing. Alright, so I decided to just take the tailgate off. It only takes a couple minutes and somewhat clean up. But yeah, here's what I was talking about. I welded it to the bed. So I did was, because it comes with a lip on it that they want you to just screw into it, which I didn't really like because, you know, stuff's just going to sit back there. And not saying that the way I did it's not going to rust out anyways, but all I did was cut that lip off, and then just welded it all the way across. Obviously I stitch welded it, but I didn't do like one continuous bead because otherwise that would have warped everything. Yeah, I just welded it all the way across. Then I came back in and then I just used a weld buster and knocked it all down somewhat smooth to where when I get around to it, I'm going to cut it out a little bit more. And then I'm going to put some filler in there to make it nice and smooth. And then that'll be done. And the same with this. I have to weld a little bit more into there. Then grind it down and then put some filler in there and make it all one piece. Like I said, this is just temporary welded in there because I wanted to get rid of that nasty, grody, rusted bumper and get that thing off there. Plus, I don't really care for bumpers on lowered pickup trucks. I like roll pans. So if I would have left it stock, I would have left a bumper on it, but the lower you go, I think the better it looks without a bumper. Love the way roll pans looked on lowered trucks. And my preference goes to lowered trucks as well. I like them all, but I prefer lowered. I'd like a bag truck someday, but the street strip look is really what I like the most. But yeah, that's just the roll pan. Oh, and I do want to weld these in when I get around to it. I'll probably weld those in the same time I do the wheel arches. Because I got the wheel arches, got the sheet metal for the wheel arches, both sides. I have some random sheet metal around that I can fill these in. And then, I forgot to show you, there's a really weird rusted spot. Which I have no idea how the hell it rusted here, but it did. Rusted right here on the rocker. And this is like this is the only spot that it rusted on the rocker. Other than that, there's no rust anywhere else. It really bugs me how bad it rusted. But I'm going to be cutting all this out and replacing it anyways. So it's not really a big deal. And it doesn't make any sense that that's so rusted. The bottom of the doors are like spotless. Like, doesn't make any sense. I mean, if this was a Wisconsin truck, this would be okay. But supposedly this is like a California truck, and it's rusted. I'll show you the other side. The other side's spotless. But yeah, that's the only spot too on the rocker where it's rusted. We'll show you the other side. So yeah, here's the other side. I mean, other than the pinch weld. Other than the pinch weld, the whole rocker's super clean. That actually kind of bugs me. I don't think it was that rusted. Oh, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's more or less it with that truck. I can show you more as I tool around on it. See if I can upload a video maybe once a week, once every other week or something like that. Then go from there. I've always watched YouTube. I've done a couple of videos. Never really talked much in them or did any sort of editing or anything like that. I always thought it'd be fun to give it a try. Because I don't really care about being like a popular YouTuber or anything like that. And the fact that I like Mopars, I'm already behind the gun on that. I don't know. 3rd gen Rams. Just something about them. Absolutely love them. Alright, till next time. I'll see you guys. Later.